When it comes to Daredevil in the MCU and using the character in She-Hulk, it turns out that there was much consideration into bringing multiple Daredevil villains into She-Hulk. Unfortunately, when they started to downsize the episodes and the season got cut down, things took a different route. So let's talk about some of the cut characters and references. So you guys remember Melvin from Daredevil? He made Daredevil's suit originally. Also, he was making other gear for other superpowered or street level people. Well, we were going to have a connection to him, as the last time we saw his base of operations, we saw that he was working on things for Stiltman. As it turns out, they talked about bringing Stiltman into this thing. Being real with you, I'm glad they didn't include Stiltman, but I hope they include him somewhere down the road. I would love to honestly see him show up in Born Again. You could even make a callback to when we saw his gear in Melvin's office, kind of, tie the whole Netflix thing together. Speaking of tying things together, who doesn't like Bushwhacker? Yep, he was gonna be in this. He was gonna be in this. They were doing concept art and deep into concept art, mind you. Which again, I think is interesting that they were going down this route and they clearly already had some things in mind. But again, multiple episodes were cut and reportedly Daredevil was supposed to be in 3 episodes originally dealing with multiple villains. So maybe this is where that would have all played into. Also hearing, but we don't have any other concept art or anything about it, was that they discussed some other villains. We saw that potentially the Owl, which again, we saw him in Daredevil Season 1, so he died, and they never really called him the Owl. I believe he was just called Owlsley, and he worked for Fisk, and that was it. But again, maybe something could have been done, or like a descendant, or I don't know, something. A new take on the character, probably. Either way, though, I'm really enjoying finding out things like this and some of the other potential villains they could have used. And now that they got the concept art and they're trying to clearly ground some of them and do stuff with them, and now that Daredevil's in the MCU proper, I think it's only a matter of time till we see character like Bushwhacker. And who knows who else could be showing up and what they could be doing, but it gives me a lot of hope that they're gonna really go into Daredevil's rogues gallery and try to find a lot of villains that you never thought would see the light of day, just like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did, but then they just tossed them out there and was like, oh, okay, I never figured I'd see that Z-list character, but here they are doing a story arc, so I kind of hope for that, and I guess we'll see when Daredevil Born Again comes out and see how they manage to fit some of these characters into that world, now that it's all about Daredevil and not sharing screen time with She-Hulk.